welcome to our next installment of the Unofficial Fan Lounge, the Unofficial UFL podcast within this podcast is uncalled for feed. I'm Mike Chernevsky. I'll be hosting this episode, and let's get right to it. Week 2 of the United Football League season 2025. A bit of a rebound from week 1. So let's talk about it. So first game of the week, Birmingham 21, Michigan 12. This is played in front of a crowd of 10,049 in Detroit, which would make it their best performance attendance-wise in front of a Michigan crowd. So glad to see those numbers go up. Birmingham 1-1, Michigan also 1-1. So a good first win of the defending champs. Then we have DC 17, Memphis 12 at Audi Field. 13,142 in attendance, and once again we had a good beer snake going. This was a much closer game. Whisenhunt returned to coach for Memphis in this game, so good to see him back after taking a week off. And DC still undefeated 2-0, and Memphis still winless at 0-2. The Sunday games, Arlington 11, Houston 9, in front of 9,582 at the Arlington Penitentiary. So, closer game, so good to see that. Arlington 2-0, Houston 0-2. And then the game of the weekend, as far as I'm concerned, Battlehawks 26, San Antonio 9. The first of 2 will be playing the Brahmas at the Dome. Attendance 32,115. And remember, we're the only team that really gets above the 20 mark, let alone 32. So good job of the Battlehawks. Good job of Jacob Sailors again, getting it done with 3 touchdowns. And really excited. Battlehawks 2-0, San Antonio 0-2. Before we get into week 3 discussion, I do want to address this notion of relocation in the league. I think it's a bad idea. Then again, I am a Battlehawks fan. Just as any Battlehawks fan about what happened almost 10 years ago now with the NFL and being told we're just a baseball town and everything. Being branded as bad football fans, all because an owner decided to relocate. The only people relocation helps. I don't think relocation helps anyone. Actually, it only hurts. It only hurts the fans that are being abandoned. So this idea of moving Houston or Memphis just because their attendance is not great, I don't necessarily buy that. I do think it's a bad idea because there are reasons that both those teams in particular are not drawing well. It's because they're not playing well. All right. And if the league had a promotion relegation system, we'd be talking about these teams going down a level as opposed to moving them. No. When a team gets relegated, you can still pull for them and everything, just in a lower division. If you relocate them, they're gone. They're as good as dead. All right. And the U.S. is particularly bad about this. You try to do this. You try to do that in any other country in the world, there will be riots. All right, just look at the Wimbledon FC situation to use an example. Never done again. After that. All right, so that out of the way, let's knock the relocation talk off. And let's talk about week 3. Especially because they're all playing in their home cities and not playing in hubs like the USFL had. So let's knock it off. Week 3, game number 1, the Friday night game on Fox will be Arlington at Birmingham at the Protective Stadium. So expect to have shirtless fans in attendance. This one I am going with Birmingham to win their home opener. Game number 2, the Saturday afternoon game on ESPN. Houston at Memphis at Liberty Stadium. Hopefully the yacht club continues to come out. That's the one positive about Memphis, is that they have their hardcore yacht club members who will support the team and everything. Let's build on that. Let's try to build on that this weekend, and I think they will. Someone has to win this game. Choose, and I think that someone's going to be Memphis, because after all, Memphis only 2 wins last year were against Houston, and I don't see that changing much, so I'll go Showboats over the Roughnecks. Then the 2 Sunday games, the early one is San Antonio at Michigan. Panthers 1-1, Brahmas 0-2. I think Michigan keeps it up, and we're going to. I don't know what the heck's going on with the Brahmas this year, but they might turn around. They might not. This would be a good week for them to do so, to stay competitive, especially in the XFL conference. So you have a 3-way tie with the other 3 teams there. But I'm not seeing it this week. I will go Michigan to win. And the last game, DC at St. Louis at the Dome. The big rivalry. There will be no beer snakes at this one. We'll just keep calling and slap us in the face. We'll just call you right back if you saw the clip of the Battlehawk fan being slapped. Gold. Just gold. And we have been consistent this year and just dominating. We look like a championship caliber team right now, and no reason for me to not say that we're going to win this one. So Battlehawks over DC this week. If you want to get us back in DC with the beer snakes, that's fine, but we take this one. All right, so those are my picks for week 3. Birmingham, Memphis, Michigan, and St. Louis. And that will do it for this edition of the Unofficial Fan Club. Good luck to all the teams this weekend, and we will talk to you next week.